Headlines for this week include a talk on the impact of Islamophobia on the upcoming presidential primates, and the 14th annual drag show returns to campus. Stay tuned. WMCM's Week in Review is next.
Hello, and thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. I'm Adam Roberts.
And I'm Stephanie Haugh. Islamophobia is not a new concept, but with the recent presidential campaigns, it has brought a new round of anti-Muslim ideals. The rise of Islamophobia in the United States will be the subject of a talk on campus Monday, April 4th. Corey Saylor, director of the Department to Monitor and Combat Islamophobia with the Council on American Islamic Relations, will talk about the impact of religious bigotry and racism on the lives of Muslims in the United States. He will discuss the threats Islamophobia presents to American ideals and the U.S. Constitution. The event will take place in 1400 Centennial Hall at 5:30 p.m. The event is free and open to anyone who wishes to attend.
This coming Tuesday, eligible voters across Wisconsin will be heading to the polls to vote for their presidential preference in the Wisconsin primaries. But while you might be ready to head to the polls and vote, keep in mind the new voting ID laws are in effect, along with changes to the polling locations from last year. The Murphy Library has summarized the election process in its Voting Resources Next Election/How to Vote site. Visitors to the site will find detailed information on how and where to vote, UWL student-specific information, as well as sample ballots and more information about the elections. For all this information and more, go to http://libguides.uwlax.edu/voting.
Governor Scott Walker made a visit to UWL on Monday to sign Assembly Bill 742, a new internship bill that creates new positions at the Department of Workforce Development to coordinate and increase the number of student internships available to college students. The bill requires the Department of Workforce Development to provide coordination between institutions of higher education and employers in order to increase the number of students in professional internships. It is part of their Fast Forward Workforce Training Program. The bill provides $200,000 in funding for 2 full-time equivalent positions in the department. I reached out to Chancellor Joe Gao, and he gave me this statement. We're delighted the state will be further assisting our students in arranging internship experiences. These experiences are a vital component in a degree program, and we're proud of how many UWL students are pursuing them. Yesterday, the Modern Language Department hosted the Festival of Languages. We sent our team to check it out.
On Wednesday, the Modern Languages Department hosted the 2016 Festival of Languages in Centennial Hall of Nations. Students had the opportunity to learn about arts like calligraphy and languages like Russian and hear Chinese.
Dr. Jean Heinzen, Associate Professor of Spanish, described the event.
So the purpose of the festival is to put focus on languages and the importance of language and cultural study in our world. It's also to show students here what opportunities they have, what places they can go, what they can do, what doors are open to them by studying a language.
What does this mean to you to come to the Festival of Languages today as students here at UWL?
Well, today we're here to kind of get our name out. We started International Business Association, so we figured this is a great way to get people who are studying languages into the field of business as well.
We also asked Dr. Heinzen what was special about the festival and the Modern Languages Department for UW-La Crosse students.
I think it's really important because the study of languages and culture is really important, and it's crucial to our role in the world as a country, and it's also, I think it's somewhat undervalued.
Keynote speaker Lynn Sessler-Neitzel agreed with Dr. Heinzen, highlighting that learning a language is all about experiences and connections made with others, because while nations have interests, people have friends.
For Andrew Klon and Camille Walter, I'm Hannah Betcher for WMCM.
Now here's Murphy Shannon to talk about some more events around campus.
Thanks, Adam. For many college students, graduation and finding a job can be a frightening thing. It Makes Sense will be putting on a series of financial literacy discussions with the goal to educate students for their future. After graduation, part one of this series will be held on Tuesday, April 5th at 6 p.m. in 2201 Centennial Hall. The topic of this first discussion is benefits and insurance, an important aspect to consider when comparing job offers. The Pride Center will host the 14th annual Campus Drag Show tomorrow, with the theme being Cirque du Drag. The show will be held at 7 p.m. in the Valhalla Cartwright Center, with the doors opening at 6:15 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at the Cartwright Center info counter and are $5 for students and $10 for the public, with the prices increasing $3 a day of the show. For more information, contact the Pride Center at pridecenter@uwlax.edu. Do you miss being an all-star in high school? I know I certainly do. UWL will be hosting a game of Capture the Flag under the lights this Saturday, April 2nd, from 7 to 11 p.m. You will get your chance to relive the glory days at the Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, Saturday night. This free event requires no registration and will have free food as well as prizes including a Kindle and yard games. No cleats are allowed and games will last no more than 20 minutes. For more information, contact Jude Legiste at jlegiste@uwlax.edu. Now back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Murphy. The La Crosse County Historical Society has teamed up with the Pump House Regional Arts Center and the Public and Policy History Department at UWL to bring Behind Artifact, the third of 5 talks in the Artifact series. Behind Artifact features objects and original artwork that will be delved into further by the artist and historian who worked with each object. The objects that will be discussed are the trunk, cigar box, biscuit tin, and paper fastener. The presentation is free and open to the public and will be held at the Pump House Regional Arts Center, 119 King Street in La Crosse, this Sunday, April 3rd from 2 to 3 p.m. For more information, contact Ariel Recker at reker.a@uwlax.edu or 507-220-5105. The Cooley Region Humane Society has many pets in need of loving homes. Here are some of the animals available in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Hi, I'm Aries. I'm a 10-month-old pit bull mix, and I need to be kept busy both physically and mentally.
Hi, I'm Bradley. I'm a handsome and outgoing guy. I love attention but also have an independent side. Adopt me and let's go hiking.
Hi, I'm Heath, and I'm a 1.5-year-old lab pit mix. I'm a little bit shy, but don't be scared. I'm very affectionate and I love attention.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm an energetic dog that enjoys hanging out with other puppies. Adopt me today so we can both work on our fitness.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. This week, presidential candidates made stops in our area. On Tuesday, Democrat Hillary Clinton made a stop at Western Technical College. She spoke on many issues, including education. Clinton said she is proposing debt-free tuition. She said in order to do this, she will tax the wealthy and make them pay for their own tuition. She also said that she is proposing to help students pay for their debt by allowing them to refinance and drop interest rates on student loans. Clinton said that education is the core of our success and wants to make it more accessible and affordable. Clinton said, we need to provide more financial assistance, more scholarships, and more help because we need more students to have the opportunities they will get. Senator Bernie Sanders also made a stop in Onalaska yesterday. As mentioned earlier, the Wisconsin primary is April 5th. This week, we sent our WMCM crew out to learn more about the upcoming Social Justice Week.
We met with the director of Social Justice Week, Lori Cooper Stahl, and asked her about the history and importance of the event.
Social Justice Week is sponsored by the Institute for Social Justice, and this is a new institute on campus. One of the important things that Social Justice Week will allow us to do is bring together folks across campus, students as well as faculty and staff, to talk about their work. As people will see from our lineup of events, they span a wide range of topics. These events are also open to the public, so it allows for some connections with folks in the community as well who do social justice related work. And it's not only to raise awareness about these issues, but also to provide tangible ways that we can get involved and address them.
Taking place April 4th through 8th, events such as brown bag lunch and research sessions will take place on campus.
Between 4 and 5 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, there will be a number of concurrent sessions that are going on. Some are set up as round tables, and some are panels, and some are also research sessions. So within those sessions, there will be people talking about their work within those areas. And so we have sessions that focus on race, on international perspectives, on social justice activism.
The event is open to all visitors, and admission is free. Although relatively new, Professor Stoll hopes Social Justice Week can become a popular program for UWL.
We are hopeful that this is our first of many Social Justice Weeks to come.
For WMCM, this has been Kyle Popovich, Lindsay Zess, and Miles Garvey.
For more information, go to the events calendar on UWL's website. Traveling the world is a dream of so many college students these days, but all the preparation before your trip can be incredibly stressful. That's why International Education is hosting another Study Abroad 101 session to answer all of your questions, the next of which is coming up next Thursday, April 7th at 4 p.m. The session will help you get started with your plans, including answering questions about finances, safety, getting set up at your new university, and staying in touch with friends and family back home. The session will be held in room 1209 in Centennial Hall. For more information, contact Miranda Panzer at mpanzer@uwlax.edu or by calling 608-785-8016. Each week, the WMCM crew goes out and talks to your fellow peers in a segment we call Campus Insight. This week, they ask students what their favorite thing to do outside in La Crosse is.
With the weather getting nice out, this week on Campus Insight, we asked students their favorite things to do outside La Crosse.
We like to go for hikes up the bluffs and basically around the La Crosse area. Myrick Marsh is also really cool.
Yeah, we like to have picnics and play ultimate frisbee and bunco ball.
My favorite thing to do outside La Crosse is probably hike the bluffs and go downtown to the restaurants.
My favorite thing to do outside in La Crosse is rollerblade downtown.
Yeah, I like to go down by the river, longboard, walk around.
I like to climb the bluffs and ride around on the longboard. That's a lot of fun. Basketball and volleyball, and just kind of hang out in the grass.
Just go on the bluffs and go out on the river and hang out on the beaches to get some sun.
The beach and pretty much do anything outside. I like to rollerblade a lot.
I like to take walks to the river with my friends. I like to walk to the Pearl to get some ice cream.
As for me, I like to ride my pink bike all around town. This has been Campus Insight with Taylor Pacell and Joey Olson.
Look for the WMCM crew around campus for your chance to have your opinions heard on the next Campus Insight. And now here's Michael Cornelli with a review of the movie Defiance.
Before Daniel Craig was James Bond, he played a much lesser-known person, but with just an interesting of a story that actually happened. That person is Tovia Belsky, and along with his brother Zeus, played by Lee Shriver, and Asel, played by Jamie Bell, they helped to save roughly 1,000 Jewish lives during the Holocaust. They accomplished this by taking their family, friends, and eventually an entire Jewish ghetto to live with them in a camp they set up in the woods. The plan to hide in the forest until World War II ended combined the struggles of surviving in the wild with the dangers of a continued search and extermination of Jews in Central Europe by the Germans. Things that we take for granted like food, medicine, clean drinking water, and shelter are essentials that these people have to now build and scavenge for themselves. It's a story that few of us have heard of, but it will keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's take a look at the trailer for Defiance.
Laura once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
For everyone who leaves, they kill 20. How can I sacrifice thousands for the sake of a few? What if we take you all?
This is the one place in all of Belarus where a Jew can be free.
In our darkest moments, when life flashes before us, we find something. Something that keeps us going.
Nothing is impossible. What we all have done is impossible. Everybody gets to say.
We have to be able to move to here.
The Talmud says, if you save a life, you must take responsibility for it.
And they spread the rumors that you're no longer fit to lead us.
Maybe they're right.
Tuvia, do we stay or go?
We cannot make mistakes, Tuvia.
Every day of freedom is like an act of faith. Our revenge is to live.
Perhaps you have room for one more.
Aside from some of the hollow characters, I personally enjoyed this movie a lot because it took the focus away from the general war and was more about citizens and how they were treated, something that is often overlooked in war movies. Another reason I enjoyed it is because it shows some of the most extreme conditions people have ever faced, and in movies that portray these conditions, I find it hard not to imagine myself as one of these people and how I would react in these situations. I would recommend this movie to people who like their movies to be based on real stories, or those who may be interested in one of the lesser-known stories from World War II. Stay tuned to WMCM. Peter Lenz will be back with this weekend's weather.
The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse has an outstanding jazz program with performance opportunities for all in large and small ensembles. On Tuesday, the jazz ensemble performers put on a show in the Center of the Arts building in the Annette Recital Hall. The UWL Jazz Ensemble performs music encompassing all styles. We caught up with the musical director, Gary Wealth, to explain what this performance was all about.
And so today we're doing a 1930s radio show. And we're calling it that because we're doing music from the 1930s. And we're doing solos as well as ensembles from that era. So we're talking Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, and George and Ira Gershwin. We have two groups, Collegiates, which is a mixed group of 8 singers, and La Capella, which is a girls group of 9 singers. Actually, these vocal jazz groups sing 3 or 4 times each semester. So they're really ready to go, and they love to sing. We probably learn maybe 10 songs every semester.
The Jazz Ensemble is always accepting new and outgoing musicians who live on the stage. For Pauline Brown and Greg Hill, I'm Carter Meyer.
Thanks, Mike. Well, guys, spring has almost sprung, but before it does, we've got to get through a little bit of nasty weather. We're going to be starting out tonight with a little bit of rain showers with small winds at just about 4 miles per hour with a temperature of 32 degrees. As Friday comes, it's going to be a little bit more dreary. It's going to be nice and cloudy with about winds at 19 miles per hour. The temperature is going to be at 43 degrees, so it's not going to be too bad. As Saturday comes, we're going to get rid of some of these clouds, and it's going to be just partly cloudy, so no reason to be pouty. We're going to have some winds heavy at 28 miles per hour and a temperature at about 37 degrees. Once Sunday comes, it's going to be nice and sunny. Just a little bit of clouds in the sky. We're going to have temperature at 60 degrees, so you can wear your tank tops and your shorts. It's Wisconsin after all. The winds are only going to be at 19 miles per hour, so you don't have to worry about the wind chill. That about does it for your weather for this week. Now we're going to toss it over to Alex Vandenhouten to talk about lacrosse baseball.
Thank you, Peter. And with me today, I have a member from the UWL baseball team, catcher, sophomore Jackson Keeler, and thanks for coming today, Jackson.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, first off, you guys obviously had great success last year, making your first ever College World Series appearance. Can you just explain for me, what it was like going on a run like that?
It was really a great experience for our team, and I think a lot of it was fueled just from a lot of team chemistry, a lot of guys motivating each other, and like I said, just an awesome experience overall to be in Appleton doing that.
Yeah, that's great. Obviously, your first time being there and stuff. But I mean, is there a little bit of a sour taste in your guys' mouth from last year, the way it ended? I mean, you guys took runner-up. I mean, great job. Right. But I mean, you took runner-up last year. How was that? A little bit of sour taste going to the off-season like that.
Right. Well, it definitely was motivation for this year. We didn't quite get to where we wanted to be. We got really close, obviously, but it definitely is motivation for this year because it's kind of an all or nothing attitude.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. And then I guess just Coach Schwartz, tell me what you think about him. He's all-time winningest coach in UWL history for baseball. Just tell me, what it is, that just allows him to be successful.
Well, I mean, first of all, he's a great guy. Couldn't be a better guy to have the all-time record. He commands a certain amount of respect while at the same time really caring for his players and having deep relationships with his players, and I think that's the combination that really makes him a special coach.
Yeah, that's great right there. That combination is definitely key. That chemistry between coach and player, definitely. How does, especially going to off season? I know that's tough because I don't know how much contact is he allowed to have with you guys. Is he allowed to talk to you on a daily basis? And then can you just explain a little bit like your off season workouts and your schedule for that?
Well, yeah, he's allowed to talk to us and reach out to us and have contact. We're only allowed a certain amount of actual practice days in the fall, but we don't really have an actual off season. We're always doing something. We have a short fall season, and then we go into the winter and it's lifting. We don't actually have real everyday contact with our coaches until the spring rolls around. So it's definitely a tedious schedule.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, just for you personally, how is it for balancing that for you? I mean, you got your athletics, we talked about this earlier in class, in Crank's class, you definitely have a balance of your essay. How is that personally for you? Is that a daily struggle for you? It must be.
It is a struggle, but it's balancing two things that are very important to you, which makes it really easy. Obviously, I have a passion for education and for sports, so it definitely makes it doable.
Yeah, definitely. And then just tell me a little bit about this year's team. I mean, you guys obviously had some key members come back, stuff like that. And, the motivation in the offseason, you mentioned that. What is it going to take for you guys to get back to, make your second appearance in the College World Series?
The great thing about this year's team, Alex, is that not much has changed. We have a lot of leadership back, and we have that same team chemistry that helped us get to the World Series last year. So I'm looking forward to see how this season unfolds with so much talent and chemistry back.
Yeah, definitely. That obviously helps. Definitely. Personally, just for you, what was the big thing that you made your decision to play baseball here at UWL? Was it the past success, or was it Coach Schwartz? Just explain that a little bit for me.
Well, the coaching staff was huge on my trip here, my recruiting trip here. I really connected with the coaching staff, but also just the campus in general, and the reputation that UWL has as a great academic and athletic school.
Yeah, definitely. That's a major plus. And then you guys play your games at Copeland Park, right?
Correct.
Great. And then when's your next game exactly?
Our next game is this Saturday. At 1:30. Home opener against the College of St. Scholastica.
All right, St. Scholastica. The students get in free?
Students do get in free.
Students get in free, definitely. So, and then exactly just tell everybody where Copeland Park is so we can obviously cheer you guys on.
Yeah, Copeland Park is right kind of off the French Island Bay, kind of by the Sports Nut.
Yeah.
Best wings in town, by the way.
Best wings in town? I have to check that out, definitely.
Yeah, it's about a 3-minute drive from campus, really easy to get to.
Great. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out, definitely. And then can you guys just describe what you guys went on your spring trip? You faced extremely tough competition. Just, tell me how that helped you out, definitely, for this year.
Well, we made it a point on our spring trip, play some of the best teams in the country, where we feel like we are as well. And we had some games where it definitely showed that we were playing some of the other teams in the country. But it was great for us to experience that, because that's going to be the kind of team we play come tournament time.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. But okay, so you guys, this is all we have. Jackson, I'm sorry, but so you guys check out. You guys play Saturday, right? Doubleheader, St. Scholastica, Copeland Park. Check that out, you guys, this Saturday. But right now, stay tuned for Nelson Raisbeck. We'll be right back with this week's sports. But first, let's take another look at those adorable animals in need of a loving home on this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Hi, I'm Aries. I'm a 10-month-old pit bull mix, and I need to be kept busy both physically and mentally.
Hi, I'm Bradley.
I'm a handsome and outgoing guy. I love attention but also have an independent side. Adopt me and let's go hiking.
Hi, I'm Heath, and I'm a 1.5-year-old lab pit mix. I'm a little bit shy, but don't be scared. I'm very affectionate, and I love attention.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm an energetic dog that enjoys hanging out with other puppies. Adopt me today so we can both work on our fitness.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. The club volleyball team here at UWL is once again preparing for the national tournament. We sent out WMCM's Travis Udell to find out more about this year's team.
We were able to consistently play well together, communicate.
Getting to this point was not easy for the team, but they were determined to work together to get their team chemistry at an all-time high.
There was some challenges in the process, and we're finally getting towards the end of the season, really starting to overcome those challenges and work well together as a team.
We had to work majorly on consistency. That was our biggest issue during preseason, and that was just working out with the team, figuring out new rotations. Now I can honestly say that we're a consistent team, finally.
As soon as we bonded as a team and really all got on the same page with our goals, it's definitely improved, and this weekend shows that. And a big part of volleyball is on and off the court connections with your team, so whether it's doing a team dinner before tournaments or as a club we have to have a certain amount of volunteer hours, and we try to do all of those activities together.
I think this year we've all grown so much, even between the two teams, and I'm actually really happy how the season worked out.
To find out more about club volleyball, contact team president Katie McCarthy and be sure to like their page on Facebook. For WMCM Sports, this has been Travis Udell.
Stand by.
In other UWL sporting news, the baseball team earned a non-conference doubleheader sweep at St. Mary's University Tuesday afternoon. The Eagles won the opener 9-2 behind 13 hits as every starter had at least one hit. Caleb Bushi got the win as he went 5 innings, allowing 6 hits and 2 walks with 8 strikeouts. The Eagles also won the nightcap 8-1. The team combined for 13 more hits, and Troy Kenkel picked up the win, going 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run with 6 strikeouts. The Eagles' next game will be this Saturday against the College of St. Scholastica at Copeland Park. The softball team stayed red hot on Tuesday, winning both games of their doubleheader against Viterbo. The Eagles won the opener 6-2. They tallied 12 hits, and Alicia Faber went 3 for 4 with 1 run and 1 RBI. Caitlin Hughes got the win, going 5 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, and 1 walk while striking out 3. She improves to 5-0 on the season, and in the nightcap, the Eagles won 7-0, and the UWL pitching staff combined on a 5-hit shutout, and the team finished with 13 hits, being led by Ashley Lindstrom, who went 3 for 3 with an RBI. And the Eagles improved to 13-4 on the season, and their next game is this Friday against Simpson College, and that's all for This Week in Sports. Thanks, man. You know, it was actually really crazy seeing all of these political candidates in the area because of the primary coming up. 3 in the area, and you got to actually go right up to Hillary,
Yes,
didn't you?
I was close to her, but I didn't get to actually go right up to her. But I heard you also went to Bernie.
I was in the rally with the crowd. A girl actually fainted right next to me. It got so hot in the Omni Center.
Just a great opportunity for the La Crosse area, and it sounds like the UWL spring sports are
just
off
continuing to win.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
Excellent.
Good luck to them. It was this Saturday, correct?
This Saturday.
Well, good luck to the baseball team this Saturday. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. Make sure to join us next week, Thursday at 4:30, right here on Campus Channel 6 and Charter 989.